Hello there everyone, this is Phantom Duel and today I'm gonna be doing what if Naruto was a half Hyuga, half otsutsuki. So if you guys are wondering how the hell is he gonna be a half otsutsuki, it's gonna be like this. Since he's gonna be a Hyuga, he's gonna be a direct descendant from Homura Otsutsuki, aka the Sage of Six Path brother, aka Hagoromo's brother. Which in this uh Minato's father, great 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 grandfather, was Homura. So that's why Naruto doesn't have blood of an Otsutsuki. And because of Naruto tiny bit of blood of an Otsutsuki, so now it's gonna change him. It's gonna change the way his Byakugan look, and if you guys are seeing the background pictures that I put, you'll know how his Byakugan is going to be. And in this one, Naruto's gonna have two siblings. Yes, a few more problems to get him pissed and become broken. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna give him 50% of the Nine Tails too. Yeah, he's gonna have the Nine Tails. If anyone is wondering why he has the Nine Tails, more brokenness, but I won't be using it. And since I figured out some things. Since the Tensegon is literally equal to the Renegon, to tell you the truth, I'm gonna be giving him some Renegon abilities. So yeah. Uh so let's start in So yeah, we're gonna start from the Nine Tail attack. Minato and Kushin are going to die, just to warn up. And the way Naruto's gonna learn how to use his Tenseigan and other abilities. Oh, you'll love the way. Oh, you'll love the way that I'm gonna make it. But if you don't, I'll switch it the next part. I'll switch it the way. So technically, Naruto's gonna do it a way out Otsutsuki earns his chakra. If you know how Otsutsuki usually get chakra, you'll know what I mean. So we're going to start at the Ninetales attack. The Ninetales was rampaging through the whole city, through the whole Konoha village. It was destroying house to house, town, part of the town instead of the Hyuga clan. Minato Namikaze, part of the not the branch family. Oh yeah, part of the same family where Hinata and Hinabi are. And yes, I'm gonna be saying this. If anyone says this, I'm about to say Hinata and Hinabi are the same age. But Hinata's only 10 minutes earlier than Hinabi. Twins. Just that Hinata's 10 minutes earlier than her. So yeah. And this problem is the Hyuga won't think Naruto has to be Yakugan because he never showed it. The first thing that he'll unlock is not going to be the Byakugan. He won't have the outlines that normal Hyugas have when they use their Byakugan. His Tenseiga won't automatically be on, just that he needs to do. Just that when he wants to use an ability, all he has to do is say the word. Like Shindara Tensei or like that, the Almighty Push or Almighty Blow or Planetary Devastation, all he has to say is that. So yeah, I have all the space to give him powers of the Sage of Six Path if I want to, but I don't know yet. So let's continue. We go to a person with black hair wearing a Hokage robe. This was Minato Namikaze. He was doing hand signs, which was the Reaper Death Seal. As then we see three children. One which was the middle one, Naruto, Hyuga, Hyuga Uzumaki. The other two were Menma Hyuga and Mito Uzumaki Hyuga. She the those were Naruto's older brothers by 10 minutes. Older brother and sister by 10 minutes. Then the one of them wasn't crying. Naruto was the only one isn't crying. Men and Mito were crying because of what they were seeing. Naruto was just looking at his father with a blank expression. So yeah, imagine the Hyuga how Hinata looks at Naruto. That's the way, but not like blushing. Just imagine how the way Neji looks at Naruto with a blank stare when he does something stupid. That's how they do it. That's what Naruto was looking, but he didn't know what he was doing. His body didn't want to let him cry. As we continue, Naruto was what Naruto was watching his father do the Reaper Death Seal hand signs as he looks at the child, which is Naruto, who had his eyes closed because hmm, let's say that his eyes he had them he didn't his eyes closed. His eyes were closed because he didn't want to show his eyes. His eyes were just blue. Then Naruto and Minato decides. Then Minato looks at his children and says, "I'm sorry for giving you this burden." As he does the last two hand signs for the Reaper Death Seal, and summons the Reaper and seals away 50% of the chakra in Naruto and the 100% of the soul in Naruto. The so basically the say before so let's continue. 25% of Minma, 25% of Mito, and the rest goes to Naruto. The soul goes with Naruto too. If you guys are wondering what in the heaven is going to be the ship, it's going to be female Kurama. And the reason why is because I don't want to give him a weak ass ship. So let me show you. I'm going to pause. So this is how Kurama will look in her human form. Yes, the sages expound when they put the chakra into Menma and Mito, they're gonna have the chakra will create their own personalities. So the color of Kurama's fur is white now. So yeah, ship female Kurama pause. So yeah, let's continue. So then we come to the part where Kushina explains to Hiruzen, Dry, and Tsunade. Yes, they were in the village. The middle one is Naruto. The other two is Minma and Mito, as those were her last two words as she died. Minato just said goodbye to all of them and died. Then we go to where Hiruzen grabs Naruto and Tsunade and Jiraiya grab Minma and Mito and leave. They didn't even care about Naruto because they knew that Mito and Menma are the children of prophecy. And you'll find out when it talks about the children of prophecy. So yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. Naruto. Then a few years. Then we go to the Hiruzen part. Hiruzen raised Naruto as his own, but after a few years, Hiruzen put Naruto in the orphanage, and then after a year later, Naruto was kicked out of the orphanage. We see our 4-year-old Naruto walking with a bleeding mouth, a broken arm, and blood on his shirt, as Naruto was just attacked by a group of villagers. When Naruto reached home, he dropped on the ground and looked at it and just looked down with watery eyes, saying, why me? Every time it's me. My brother and sister get treated like gods. And yes, Naruto is smart in this, so I'm not letting him be dumb as heck. So yeah, then Naruto says, my brother and my sister are being treated like gods just because having chakra? That's stupid. Then Naruto kept crying, what have I done to them? As the more angry Naruto got, his eyes started to going on form from a normal blue to a flower pattern. As it went from A normal from his normal blue to a lotus flower type of blue. So if you guys haven't seen the Tensegon, oh, I swear to grand crackers, you guys should go look for the Tensegon. It's a it's a cool dojutsu, but my if you guys comment down below what type of dojutsus would you guys want me to do what if next based on next time, or your favorite dojutsu. That would be nice to hear from you guys. So let's continue. Then his eyes kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning until when they form a circle, it bloomed. It showed a lotus flower. Naruto just felt pain on his eyes as he got up and went to the bathroom and washed his face. As he looked, all he saw was that his eyes were like a flower shape. As he said, "Ooh, I think I unlocked something like the Byakugan. Finally, I can go and show people that me being a Hyuga isn't worthless." And yes, over these 4 years, uh, let's say this. Okay, let's say this. Nah, that men might need to have unlocked the Byakugan, but they're not getting broken. I'm telling you to tell you, if I were to do a what if based on men might mean to having a good amount of power as Naruto, is if they're nice to him. If they aren't, oh no no no, people, they're getting the 1 2 3 combo from him, Naruto. So yeah, Naruto says, "Ooh, what type of? Can I do the same thing as Menmai? Can I do the same thing as Menmai Mito? I have seen them do the rotation every time. Do you think I've seen them do the rotation? All the other tricks. Can I? Am I able to do it like them?" As Naruto wondered in his head, but he just said, I'll ask him tomorrow. Time to go buy some ramen." And yes, Naruto doesn't wear that orange jumpsuit anymore. He wears these. Yes, Hyuga boy. Then Naruto just got up, put on his blue coat, and went out to buy some ramen. As over buying some ramen, he found a mob of villagers going the same way he goes to get some ramen. As he said, "Nope, I'm going through a short way." As in this short way, he walked through it and was suddenly in a different dimension. In this dimension, it was a tree holding a fruit. As Naruto was like, "Huh, a fruit? Cool. I'm gonna try." As he then jumped on top of the branches of the tree and grabbed the fruit. As when Naruto held it in his hand, it was as big as his own head. I was like, "Wow, dang! I won't have to eat ramen then." He started to eat it and eat it and eat it until he had no more fruit left. As he said, "Oh no, I don't want to eat ramen." But after a few moments, he got a headache as he kept thinking, as a lot of memory just flashed through his head. As he said, "What's going on? What's happening to me?" As he got a message in his head saying, it was from someone of the Otsutsuki family saying, "If you find this chakra fruit and you're able to eat it without dying, that means you are part of my descendants. I am your I am your great 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 grandfather if you are part of the bloodline of Minato Hyuga. And you are no longer going to be human, young child. You are now a full Otsutsuki. Not a full Otsutsuki, a half Otsutsuki." No, you know what? I'm gonna say, yeah. He still has the Uzumaki chains, just that he needs to practice on them. As he said, you are now a half Otsutsuki, half Hyuga. Good luck, young man. And he transferred all the abilities of the Hyugas, the the knowledge of the evolution of the evolution, which it's technically the Tenseigan, as he said. Oh, so this is the Tenseigan. But when he said, "This is the Tenseigan," he went unconscious. He hit the ground and fell asleep on the grass up under the tree. As he woke up, he was in front of a cage. He was like, "Let me guess. Nine tails, right?" Then The Ninetales woke up and said, "Correct, brat. Correct. So how do you know it was me? Couldn't you see what I was seeing? You saw that I ate a chakra fruit, right? And now I'm an otsutsuki." Uh, Kurama laughed and said, "You are smart for your own good, right?" Naruto says, "I am, I am smart. It's just that I can't surely say what people think about me." So then Naruto says, That not Naruto. Then Kurama just laughs and said, "How about this? I help you train and you break this cage. I seen you have gone through a lot of hatred over these past years. So trust me and let me out." Then Naruto said, "Huh, I will. I will let you out. Even though I know only one ability, which can help me escape this world to not get hit by your punches. Or should I say, her, not he." Then Kurama just laughed and said, "So you figure it out." I'm kidding. I'm not gonna make it that quick. Yeah, you know what? Yes, it is. Then Naruto looks at Kurama and said, "I'll let you out. I know that by the time I open that seal, Minato's gonna come, or should I say my father." Then a few moments later, then Naruto flies up and and rips the seal apart before Minato can say anything. As Minato as Minato was too late and said, "Damn it, Naruto, why?" As Naruto said, "Listen to me, father, right? You're my father, right? Look at the Nine Tails. You can't do nothing against me. I'm hmm, let's say I'm a really powerful hyuga. Much more powerful than you." As Minato smiled and said, "So you have the legendary Tensegon that no one has seen over 1,000 years. The last one to have it was the Citrus Express brother, right?" Then Naruto smiled and said, "Yep, you are correct. So how do you know about this?" Then Minato explained that he did research when he was alive. He did research on all the evolutions of the Byaku and found one that has been lost through history and time. As Naruto smiled and said, "So, in the beginning, when you saw my eyes, you knew that it was something involved with the Tensegan, right?" Then Minato smiled and said, "Yes, I knew. Because why would wearing your eyes be able to go through the wouldn't be able to go through the problems of the Hyuga way?" So yeah. Then Naruto just looks at his father and says, "Thanks for your help, Dad, but I won't need it." He no, she. Then he then now let's just say he said he. Then he points at Kurama and said, "He or she who which I don't know the gender of this beast with I don't even know your name." As he looks at Kurama and said, "I don't even know your name, so tell me your name or we're Gucci." Then Kurama said, "First tell your dad to leave." As Minato was like, "Well, I'm leaving either way." "Well, Naruto, at least I will give you knowledge of one of my favorite techniques." As he, let's say, I don't want to be like other people that gave Naruto the Tenseigan. I'm gonna say that Naruto's father still became the fourth Hokage by using the and his favorite technique used to be the how do you call it? He still has the technique called the Flying Thunder guy. He still has it, but Naruto will make it better to It only takes 1% of his chakra. Yeah, broken, right? Then we continue as Naruto woke up. Then Naruto looks at Kurama and said, I had gotten the knowledge of one of my dad's abilities, and I have the knowledge of my Tensegon. So are you gonna train me for how many days? Are you gonna train me on them, or you're gonna tell me who you are? As Kurama said, first, don't call me he. I'm a she. Then Naruto looks at her, and says, "Oh, you're you're what I overflow beat down." Then Naruto just drops to the ground as Kurama just starts laughing. Then Naruto wakes up a few minutes later and says, "Repeat yourself again, please." You're a girl? As Kurama nods and said, "Holy God. So why aren't you in your human form or something?" As Kurama said, "I was gonna go in my human form thanks to you breaking the seal. Now, goodbye, kid." As he tries to hit Naruto and said, "Yeah, right." He just instantly dodges like no one was there. Then Naruto said, "Remember, that doesn't work on me anymore." As Kurama said, come on, it doesn't work on you. As Naruto said, if you're a she, so how do you look like?" As he was smiling. Then then Naruto then Naruto looks at Kurama starts changing her chakra starts forming into a body. And yes, Kurama has white fur. As the Kurama starts changing into a smaller version that is the same age as Naruto. Yes, human form Kurama is 12 years old. Not 12 years old. I say he was 4 when he unlocked the Tensegan. So yeah, this is where let's just say that Naruto already went to the academy. He has gone through a lot of hatred and anger, so that's why he was going like all the anger all the time. So that's why Naruto, this is a 12-year-old Naruto. So that's why he knows about he went to this. So we just went to the 12-year-old Naruto time. And to tell the truth, the anger that Naruto has gone through, I don't know how I'm not making him go rogue. And if you see the picture, Naruto doesn't have any whisker marks. He does. When he goes into his chakra cloak of his Tensegon, he does. It's just that his hyuga blood and his otsutsuki blood doesn't let him have it. Only his cloak has it. As Naruto, this is a 12-year-old Naruto. As Naruto said, I don't know how I should be feeling. I should be in my head. I just wanna go ahead. Let's just say that he was saying it in his head. He was saying this in his head when he saw Kurama. He said, "I just wanna grab something and knock myself out because I'm feeling my heart race way too fast." As Naruto, give me a second. Dang. Alright, let's continue. Then Naruto looks at. Then Naruto looks at Kurama and say, "You're cute at least." As Naruto, I'm gonna pause. Then then Kurama starts to blush and just says, "Thank you." As Naruto say, "You're welcome. Now you should stay in this form. You look much better than that big form. To tell the truth, you can literally scare me." As he started to laugh, then she just started to get angry and started to punch Naruto. As she just, let's just say that her punches don't hurt as much as her giant form. That's all I'll say. As Naruto said. So you're telling me that your punches don't hurt as much as your giant form. Then 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 she says, "Yep, they don't." Then Naruto's like, "Yes. Oh, I almost die." And his head was like, "I almost die. I was so close to dying." He couldn't dodge those punches in time. Technically, he has the dodging of Ultra Instinct, but not at that level. He only has the Omen dodging, not the Master dodging. Then a few moments later, Naruto was done thinking in his head and said, "Well, well, well, well. Since your seal's broken, would you mind getting out of my body?" As Kurama said, "Yes. Now, shall we leave?" Then Naruto looks at her and says, "Well, let's go." As he grab her by the hand and wakes up, and his hand is still on his belly as he just pulls her out. Then he just looks at her, and I'm gonna pause real quick and sees this. She's wearing this. Don't people don't be thinking, okay? She's wearing this. I'm gonna pause. Then a few moments later, Naruto's like, "Well, finally you're done. So shall we get a move on, Karama?" And then Kurama says, "One problem. I forgot to explain. You have my abilities." As Naruto's like, "Just stop right there," and said, Wait a whole lot, wait a minute. What do you mean I have your abilities? You mean like the tails, transforming into a fox kind of stuff?" Then she says, "Only the tails, not the fox transformation," as he said. "Oh, phew, I'm glad it's only tails." See, just starts thinking of fluffy stuff, and one tail comes out and says, "Hey, look at this, I'm a fox." And he looks at her and says, "Wait, what happened to your... So, what happened to your tails?" As she says that my tails are hiding. Naruto's like, you mean on the behind is that? Yeah, that's what you mean? Then Naruto said, then she just blushed and said, "I don't mean that." As Naruto said, "Yeah, yeah, you mean whatever. You mean whatever you want. So let's get a move on." As Kurama is still mad at Naruto, but didn't mind it. Then we continue. Then we go to where Naruto is. To where Naruto's just waiting. He's just waiting, waiting. As he as he was done, his body was done, and yes, his healing is much better than any than any tail beast holder. I have to tell you the truth. I'm afraid of his healing. I wouldn't want to be next to him when I get him pissed. Pissed. I'm telling you the truth. You don't want to be next to this guy when he's pissed. Uh, Naruto and Kurama. And yes, Naruto has been in the academy for at least all the way until his 12 years because the academy starts at A, and the training and the graduation exam will be next week. This is right now is they have a whole week off. Then Naruto just train. Then Naruto keeps training. When Naruto reaches the apartment, he told Kurama that she's not going back into that cage. I'm telling you that. As she said, "What do you mean I'm not going back to the cage?" Then Naruto looks at her with a face, "Are you kidding me?" Then Naruto says, "You're not going back into the cage. You're staying out here. You can sleep on my bed, and I'll sleep on the couch. Simple as that, okay?" As Naruto, as she got a bit sad for Naruto, but she just listened. As Naruto just went off training and said, "Wait, Kurama, you're coming. You have to teach me how to use these abilities too, right?" As Kurama said, "I am." So yeah, let's continue. Then Naruto and Kurama leave to the training ground, which it was the Forest of Death. Naruto just put a chakra barrier, which that's the only thing he was able to manipulate with his chakra, which made the no one to which made no one able to see him. As a few moments later, Naruto was training on his chakra control. When now that he only has Kurama's chakra and his otsutsuki chakra, which give him at least much more chakra than Hagoromo himself. Maybe when he's 17 or 18, his chakra will be much more powerful than Kaguya, and if he keeps training, more powerful than Ichiki himself. From the manga, yep, more powerful than him if he keeps training. Once he's once we get to um once we get to adult Naruto, he'll definitely be more powerful than Ishiki or Sasuke. I'll tell you the truth, with all this chakra, he'll definitely be more powerful than Ishiki or Sasuke. He won't need he won't need to use the he won't be needing to use the his last form in this one. As Naruto as then Naruto looks Kurama and said, "Is there an easier way to train on these abilities?" As Kurama said, "Shadow clones." Then Naruto looks at her and say, "I am very dumb. I am very dumb." Oh my god. I should have think about that. As Naruto does hand signs and makes 1,000 shadow clones. As we go, as we see Naruto, he makes 1,000 shadow clones and train on his chakra control, which we now have in also Suzuki chakra control. No hand signs. Yes, people, no hand signs. His Otsutsuki bloodline took over his Byakugan, so that's why he has a Tensei gun. So let's continue. As Naruto waits, and yeah, guys, this is the real 1,012, 1.12k subscribers. So yeah, this is my subscriber special for it. The other one that I made, that was such as for fun series, which I'll be making the parts every time. I just wanted to see if people will like it. But it seems like a lot of you guys will like him. Me and my friend Fallen will make the part two of it, but I still have to do the last part of what if Deku was the Army King. But this will just be a new series that I'll be starring, since I'm gonna be ending the Army King What If on part five. I'm sorry for all of the people that liked it, but I'm gonna be ending that in part five. I already made a lot of the I already made a lot all of the how do you call it? All the I already made all the arcs in the anime MHA right now. I only went all the way to I'm gonna do the overhaul arc in part five. So yeah, be waiting for that. So yeah, let's continue. As Naruto has mastered his chakra all the way to the point where Otsutsuki chakra, Ishiki Ichiki point of Kag. So technically, he has the Master of Chakra all the way to Ishiki Otsutsuki Master of Chakra. So when that part of the manga of Naruto comes, I'm telling you the truth, that will never happen. As not, we keep going. Naruto was training. He decided to train on a few abilities as he trained on hyuga techniques, which you're gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna pause real quick. So I'm going to be saying all the abilities in one. And I'm gonna be saying all the abilities which I think I'm gonna be giving Naruto to learn. with the help of at least um with the help of at least 2,000 shadow clones, he'll be learning these techniques. One whole group of 5 shadow clones could learn two. He learned 8 trigrams, vacuum wall palm, 8 trigrams, 32 palms, gentle step, twin lion fists. With the help of with the help of a group of 10, that'll be all those techniques. With the help of a group of 20, 8 trigrams, twin lions crumble, gentle step, spurling twin lion fist, gentle fist, four corner ceiling barrier, and a group of 30 he can learn mythical palm technique, 8 trigrams palm, 8 trigrams 64 palms, and water needle. The last ones that I don't really get are going to be for Naruto and for Naruto, the original one, to be training with only four of them, which is going to be chakra transfer technique and palm bottom. Yes, Naruto's broken. He has all the abilities of the Hyugas right now. At such a young age, he has all the abilities and the prodigy genes of Minato. He has them all. Yes, he doesn't took over his mother. As Kurama was watching from far away and asked, How about your chakra natures, and how about your mom's techniques?" As Naruto looks at her and says, "What do you mean, mother's techniques? You know that your dad is Minato Namikaze and your mom is Kushina, right?" Then Naruto said, "Yeah, why?" Then Naruto said, "Oh, so you want me to learn the technique of the Uzumaki chakra chained?" As she nods at that, and Naruto said, "This is gonna be a pain." As he tries to summon them out, but when he summoned them out, they came out in a white color. In a white color, yeah. They are no longer golden like Kushina's, they're white. As Naruto says, my own chain. Then Kurama said to hit them on a wall or a tree. As when Naruto hit three trees, they cut off. It caught at least four trees apart. As she was confused, the the chakra chains are not supposed to be this powerful. As she was like, "Oh, okay, I think it's the benefits of being a half of Otsutsuki." Then, then Naruto hears this and says, "You think with these abilities I might as well be able to destroy this universe?" But then he says, "Why would I do it? I need it alive." So yeah, some ability, and yeah, we're gonna continue as Naruto practice on using the chakra chains without losing a lot of chakra, which he actually mastered by only using 200 clones. As he used 200 clones just to look for, let's say, he used, Jesus, I can't think. He used 200 clones to train on his chakra chains, which gives him the which now he has all the chakra chains. His Thanks to his Otsutsuki chakra and Hyuga chakra, he has all of the chakra natures. Yep, all of the chakra natures. Our boy Naruto is broken. So if you guys want yeah, I'm gonna have to think as Naruto. So yeah, Naruto was like almost getting tired, but he refreshed his chakra by using a technique of his. Th- then when he trained his chakra, he was able to when he refreshed his chakra, he was able to only train him a few more abilities. As we're gonna go to the Tensegon abilities, one here that is it's going to be similar to the Renegon, which I'm able to give him the Renegon abilities. He has Shindara Tensei, aka Almighty Push, Almighty Pull, Planetary Devastation. What else? True Seeking Orbs. I forgot about those, which you can put on which you can transform the True Seeking Orbs, and it grants you yin and yang release, which I'm giving him a yin and yang release that is gonna make him be able to create anything he wants out of his chakra, out of his imagination. So yeah, the only thing that he wants to but it's gonna be wasting a lot of his chakra. If he wants to make like a hard item that will protect him from like a lightning style, that'll take a lot of his chakra if he doesn't train it. But Naruto won't be training it very often, so I won't make him that broken by giving him that. But like less items aren't that really hard, like a sword. If he wants a real powerful sword to be real, he'll have to use a lot of chakra, which I would just leave it alone. I would. Since Yin and Yang release is broken right now, but not that broken if he wants to lose a lot of chakra. Then we continue with Naruto. He is able to use his true seeking orbs limitless amount of times. He can manipulate his true seeking orbs to create certain type of items or and along with the ability to manifest and compress spears of the Tensegon's chakra. These spears can manipulate in a various ways and are quite destructive even on their own. So yeah, Naruto can. Oh wow! So the weakness of the Tensegon going away since Naruto's literally unlocked since Naruto's literally a half Hyuga, he won't need those definitions. His Tensegon is much better than how do you call it? So yeah, to tell the truth, to tell the truth this. I'll tell you this. I am not giving him any weaknesses. His Tensegon weaknesses are gonna be cracked as heck. They won't hurt him. His weaknesses don't exist. The same weaknesses that you saw on how do you call it, Naruto the Last, that Otsutsuki guy, or that is named Tonori Otsutsuki. He doesn't have them. My our boy here is broken with his Tensegon. But some abilities take a lot of chakra from him, like his Yin and Yang imagination creation. That takes a lot of chakra. What else take a lot of chakra? Using an ultimate techniques like taking the he cannot use the Tensegon chakra form yet. You know what? Forget about it. He can't. He can. Naruto can use the chakra cloak of the Tensegon without any problems. Like I'm saying, he is more broken, but his yin and yang creation is not that good. As Kurama said, wow, Naruto, you have mastered at least half of your abilities within only a whole day. I would say it was only 10 of the night right now. Then Naruto was like, it took me that much, as he fell to the ground and fell asleep. As he woke up an hour later, Kurama was laying down next to him as he saw that his tail grabbed her by mistake. As he was like, oh, I'm gonna die. As then Kurama was saying something while as she was saying something while mumbling. She was like, why me? Is then she's saying something that when Naruto heard, he started to blush a bit. He was like, "Okay, I think I'm in love." I don't know why I'm doing that. Then Naruto grab Kurama by with so basically. Let me before I go to that part. Naruto's Tenseigan mode, Tenseigan Chakra cloaks look like this. Yes, people. It looks like these guy. Yes, he doesn't look like he's not gonna be Boruto, even though you see two whiskers. That's just because he has three. As Naruto looks, and Naruto just grabs Kurama with his tail, puts her on his arms like bridal style, then starts flying. Yes, one of the Tensegon abilities is that you're able to fly. I don't know these abilities, but they're ridiculously broken. And Naruto just starts to fly as he reaches his house. He opened his door and put Kurama on his bed. As he started to walk away, he was suddenly grabbed by a tail as he heard Kurama saying, "Oh." As Kurama said, Naruto, please don't go. I hate being alone. As Naruto started to think, oh, please don't tell me that's she's. Please tell me that she's streaming. As Naruto just laughed. Then Naruto just laughed and said, I think she's been alone for a pretty long time. Maybe I can stay here. So yeah. Then Naruto then we go to the next day. So yeah, Naruto's chakra elements are fire, ice. I'm gonna say this. All five elements: fire, wind, lightning, earth, and water. Which he's gonna even have some of the how do you call it? Some the second Hokage's abilities. Yeah, second Hokage. And if you guys want what style, comment down below. So yeah, I'm gonna be yeah. Let's continue a bit. So then we go to the graduation exam. Naruto came in with a different type of pattern on his eyes. As everyone saw Naruto's eyes and said, did he unlock the Byakugan? As Menma and Mito got up and said, look who it's here, the demon brat. The demon brat has finally came. As Naruto just stayed quiet and kept walking. And yes, as as let's say this that Kurama will come in a few moments because she has been that Naruto introduced Kurama to Hiruzen, saying that this was the Nine Tails, but in her human form. So she won't do anything to the village. Just Hiruzen just signed her up, and Naruto explained all his powers to Hiruzen. So that's when Naruto is more trustful to Hiruzen, as Hiruzen was surprised about the abilities that Naruto had and the cloak. As he looks at Kurama and said, "Did you do something to his eyes?" As Naruto says, "Nope, she didn't. I was just born with this blood called otsutsuki or something, being the descendant of the brother of Hagoromo or yeah, Hagoromo, whatever it's called. Yeah, I not being the descendant of the brother of Hagoromo, or is known as the Sage of Six Paths, maybe. I've Hiruzen was drinking coffee and spit it all out as he said, "You're the descendant of Homura Otsutsuki." Then Naruto said, "Yep." So come she be signed up as Hiruzen did what Naruto said and signed her up. As Naruto went to class and sat on the back. Then everyone saw a white-haired girl coming into class. As Naruto smiled because everyone was getting her attention. Then Naruto looked and looked at Kurama and said through the mental link that they have, enjoy being popular, smirking. As she was supposed to introduce herself, as she introduced herself as Kurama. Let's just say that she has the last name of Hagoromo, Kurama Otsutsuki. As everyone was shocked, as everyone was all the boys in their heads and girls were saying how pretty she is, and they all were like, as all the boys were having a hard time trying to talk with her, but couldn't say anything. As Iruka said to her, well, it's time for you to go back to pick your chair. As she sat down next to Naruto. She smiled at Naruto, but Naruto didn't smile back. As she said to her, why aren't you smiling with me? As Naruto just as Naruto just looks at Kurama and just does a quick smile and stop and says through the mental link, I can't smile here. They always start they always start doing weird stuff to me. So let's continue. Then we go to Then Iruka says we're going to be changing the rules here. The exams will be in under 1 week. So you'll have time to train on it a bit more. As Naruto said in his head, yes. I'll be able to train on that creation magic, on that yin and yang release imagination creation. Oh my god, please save me. As Karamas heard this and started to laugh and said, so you really want to train on that yin and yang release of yours? How about training on my chakra? As Naruto said. That on too. I need to train on it. But I don't really need to waste your chakra since I have my Tensegon. It doesn't really bother me using it a lot. So then we skip a week later. This is where Naruto was sitting down on his chair and looking at Iruka. Iruka said, everyone to go up first. That was Menma and Mito. I'm gonna end it up here. Cliffhanger no Jutsu.